My boyfriend is threatened by my success and asked me to tone it down. Now his mom says I was too harsh for calling him out. I, 24, have been with my boyfriend, 27, for almost 2 years. Things were great. We got along well, supported each other, and talked about a future together. But things shifted a few months ago when I got a major promotion at work. My new role came with a significant raise. I'm now making almost double what I used to. It's a job I worked really hard for. At first, he seemed happy for me. He congratulated me, bought me flowers, and said he was proud. But as the weeks went on, I started noticing small comments and changes. Anytime someone brought up my job, whether a friend or a family member, he'd chime in with things like, "Yeah, she's doing great now, but I'll catch up soon." It seemed like he couldn't stand the idea of me being the more successful. At a dinner last week with his college friends, someone asked about my new role, and I started explaining a project I was excited about. In the middle of my sentence, he cut in with, "She's making bank now, but I'll get there too." Everyone gave that awkward laugh, and I felt diminished, like he had to downplay what I was proud of to preserve his own ego. Later that night, I asked him about it. He admitted he felt emasculated. He said it was hard for him that I made more than him and asked me to tone it down when talking about work around his friends and family. I was stunned. I told him I wasn't going to pretend to be less successful, just so he could feel more comfortable. His reply? That I was being inconsiderate and that most women would understand how a man feels in this situation. I left that conversation feeling disappointed and honestly a little angry. I've never made him feel bad about his career, and I've always supported him. But now it felt like my success was turning into a problem. Then came dinner at his parents' house. His mom asked how work was going, and before I could answer, my boyfriend jumped in and said, "It's just a temporary thing. She's going to find something a little less demanding soon so we can focus on our future." I was stunned. He had never said anything like that to me before. I looked at him and said, "That's news to me," and then turned to his parents and said, "Actually, I have no plans to leave my job. I love what I do, but your son seems to have an issue with my success." The rest of the dinner was painfully awkward. Afterward, he texted me saying I embarrassed him and should have waited to bring that up in private. Then his mom texted me too, telling me I was harsh and men need to feel like providers. I've been sitting with all of this for a few days now. I love him. I didn't expect my success to become such a wedge between us. But I'm starting to wonder if this relationship can survive if I'm expected to shrink myself to make him feel bigger. I won't pretend to be less than I am.